So, I notice every time I post something about tobacco, you heard me, and growing your own tobacco, it's highly suppressed. And I notice anything important that I speak about, especially when it has a lot of great medicinal uses, are like it has benefits that they don't want you to know about because it actually impacts way more than they would like to admit. All right, so the reason why the tobacco industry is so large and so corrupt and making such a profit that it's making is because they're lacing it with certain shit that, number one, will send you to the dentist, because when you're smoking that shit, your teeth get yellow. You know what I'm saying? When you're smoking these gars here, you hear me? These games, these fucking 504, HD, backwoods, whatever the fuck you smoke. You know what I'm saying? Swisher, whatever the fuck. Nigga. They have a certain type of film, a certain type of chemical that puts a film on your teeth and it causes cavities. So that gives money to the fucking dentist industry already off the rip. If you ever pay attention on the back of your molars, so when you smoking that shit, you get the black tar on the brown tar on the back of your molars and shit like that. You have to really scrub. You know what I'm saying? And also, commercial toothpaste don't work to fucking remove that commercial tobacco, and they know that. That's the whole point. Me personally, sea salt, hydrogen peroxide, and baking soda mixed together into a paste, brush with that commercial shit, not gonna go. Anyway, aside from that, not only that, their manufactured tobacco, all that commercial tobacco that you get from out the store, whatever you roll with, whatever, all that shit, bro, that shit is chemically laced. So all the shit that's getting on your teeth that you see, that shit's inside of you because you're inhaling it. So that shit all in your stomach, all in your lungs. That's the same shit that causes cancer and tumors and shit like that, especially if you're not active, if you're not exercising to burn off those toxins, to release those toxins. Now, me know the difference between homegrown tobacco and commercialized tobacco. I can tell you for a fact, yes, the weed is different nowadays, but it's them fucking gars. It's the fucking tobacco that they selling you that's right there. That's easily accessible at your motherfucking corner store. That's easily accessible at your little dollar store, drug store, smoke shop. It's them fucking gars. But them fucking gauze, dog, them gauze will make everything way more addicting than what it should be. And that's why it's highly produced and it's so easily accessible. That's why you could buy that so easy. That's like how they do alcohol. They're putting the bullshit, they're lacing the bullshit, bro. And my tobacco leaves are drying. That's the reason why I even, alternate between gauze and my homegrown leaves. It's because, that shit takes processing. You got to just wait for it to dry. And that's okay, you know what I'm saying? But because I'm aware of what the gars are, I can't really fall victim to it unless I want to. I can't, feel victim to overeating if I don't want to, because I know, okay, this is the gar. It's not really the weed. Because if I smoke the weed out the regular tobacco, bruh, I'd be straight. Them fucking gars laced with a whole bunch of shit. I could tell you that. Bruh, our ancestors have been fucking smoking tobacco since the beginning of time. Nowhere have they said in any hieroglyphics that niggas was catching cancer up until motherfuckers started commercialize it, you know what I'm saying, spraying their own little fucking shindigs and shit on it, bro. And now motherfuckers got tumors, lumps, and fucking lung cancer and throat cancer and shit. It's them gars, bro. What they don't want you to know is the reason why they taint it so much is because real tobacco gets rid of parasites. See, parasites don't like tobacco. Tobacco is a masculine plant. Like marijuana is a feminine plant, tobacco is a masculine plant. And basically what they're doing is estrogenizing the masculine plant and selling it to you. So a lot of time, if you're struggling with overeating and shit like that, after smoking a blunt, it's most likely the gar. If you're struggling with lust after smoking, it's most likely the gar. If you struggling with fucking couch lock or just procrastination, 9 times out of 10, it's the gar. Bro, I don't think y'all take into account how many chemicals they use to process this everyday shit that we just go get and we just smoke this shit like it's just nothing. But it's different if you know what it is. But if you don't know what it is, bro, you're going to fall victim to it every time. You ain't going to know why. You ain't got no type of self-control, no type of awareness of what the fuck going on. All these backwoods and shit, G. So you'll wonder why you're doing certain things, you're thinking certain thoughts. Or you influenced so heavily by a certain energy, not understanding that, bro, that gar you just smoke, along with the weed that's not, it's in it's original. But the gar for sure, G, y'all, they feminize the masculine plant. That's toxic masculinity. You gotta understand, it's not just happening to humans. They not poisoning just the food, bitch. They poisoning the smoke and everything. Yeah, y'all, it's real. They even got people who get irritable after smoking. And the reason why there's so many different reactions to, how people would get after smoking is because the different chemicals will activate certain things in certain people. It's genetics. You know what I'm saying? So they know that certain chemicals will react a certain way in certain ethnicities, certain races, certain, age groups and all type of other shit. It's literally a science to this shit. They're not making billions off of this shit for no fucking reason. This shit not in every fucking store for no reason. Let's be fucking for real. Like, we all know that marijuana and fucking tobacco go hand in hand for real. Shit, y'all might as well put tobacco up there with 420. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? Even if nobody verbalize it, come on now. You can't forget. Come on now, be real. So, my advice to everybody is, get you some fucking tobacco seeds, you heard me? Some tobacco plants, however you need to do it, because it's an attack through this tobacco. I'm going to tell you that right now. If before they come on the news or before any story break, before they say, I don't know how they said it, just like how I said it years ago before all this other shit done came out, it's the tobacco. You're welcome. Gratitude most high. And another thing, let me add this little icing on the top, especially for my copper color folk. You listen, they understand, especially because of our lineage. You heard me, that we love that tobacco. Even if we're not understanding that that's what we're doing, a lot of the time, smoking these gauze and rolling these backwoods, we have an emotional, spiritual, astrological tie to that plant, as well as marijuana. It's literally like corn. Like, they know that's our shit. You know what I'm saying? They're going to poison all the shit that they know that's our shit. Like corn, tobacco, the crops. You know what I'm saying? The clothes, the cotton. You know what I'm saying? They're going to poison everything we love. You know what I'm saying? They're going to poison everything that's earthly. You know what I'm saying? And we are that dirt. Niggas is lord of their soil. Lord of the soil. Of that dirt. You hear me? So they go and poison all the shit we love. They GMO the corn, they GMO the tobacco, they GMO the cotton, and even when they don't GMO the cotton, bitch, they strip the cotton fucking down to it has no fucking it has no vibration. They deaden the cotton. They do all type. They're weird, bro. They do this type of shit to all the shit we love. You hear me? Even the weed. You know how they do the weed. Come on now, stop playing with a nigga. And when we smoke that weed with that tobacco, marijuana being a feminine plant and tobacco being a masculine plant, that's just representing divine balance. You heard me? Yeah, a divine duo. Stop playing with a nigga. But you gotta use the right tobacco and the right weed. That's the break. Like, why you think they push weed so much, G? Why you think they push tobacco, backwoods, and all this shit, swishers and all this shit so much? Why you think they push that shit so much? And they know that they're processing it and they're corrupting the plant, and they're taking the integrity out the plant, and they're not growing it purely. Because they know, nigga, once I give you my version of this, it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. It's going to do the opposite. That's why it's really important to, get a grip on everything that you put in your body, anything that you consume, because they're going to have you thinking, oh, I need to stop smoking, when no, you're smoking the wrong shit. Oh, this is affecting me some certain type of way. Yeah, of course, because you're smoking that government grade shit. They done processed this shit so fucking well, bro, to where it makes the women more masculine. It makes the men, more feminine. It's not just in the food. It's not just in the water supply, my love. It's in all that shit. So you have to be careful, and you have to moderate yourself for how much it is of their shit that you use. If I heard that horn, that was confirmation. That was a train. I'm going to leave it off right there.